Well, I had some thoughts, and I don't really want to wait for Monday to record a podcast about it, and I'm too busy with work and stuff, so I figured I may as well say I'm here. Try something a little different. Right, so the amazing news is Toonami got My Hero Academia, and it's amazing. Earlier this year, I thought that was probably going to happen this year, and then Hulu announced they were going to get season 2, and I thought, I guess maybe not, but, well, lo and behold, whatever Hulu was up to doesn't really matter. So, Toonami has My Hero Academia, and to those of you who completely gave up on that happening, I mean, you should know by now that never count out Toonami's ability to stick to their guns, because when they want something, they will try to get it for pretty much as long as it takes, unless there's absolutely no way to do it. And there are still things that are relatively impossible for them to do just because of who owns it and contracts, and like anything Warner Brothers, for instance. That's not happening. It'd be way too expensive, and Warner Brothers doesn't want to throw them a bone because Warner Brothers doesn't care, and arguably they don't need to. So, yeah, synergy would be nice, but what you gonna do? No superhero cartoons. Well, yeah. Well, actually, yes, we do get a superhero cartoon. It just happens to be a Japanese one. So My Hero Academia is coming after so many people asked for it, and hey, bravo to them, because they delivered. And hopefully this will shut people up for a little while. The Facebook response seemed really quite positive, and I like to see that. Usually the Facebook response is a lot of negativity, and when are you gonna get My Hero Academia? So at least they got that squared away. They got My Hero Academia, just like you asked for, so many times. You got it. Please don't ask again. And, some people still ask for Dragon Ball Super, even though it is clearly airing on Toonami already, so what you gonna do? But you would think, with the fact that they have so very many long-running shonen series, and long-running as in at least 50 episodes a year worth of a show, you would think after all of that people would maybe not ask for more of the same. But oh no, people were asking for Boruto, and people were asking for One Piece to come back, and bless their hearts, I wish One Piece could return, but One Piece had its time. I'm really not mad about that. It's honestly, I've been watching some of the New World stuff lately, and the pacing is just bad. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but it's probably better that One Piece left Toonami, honestly. And you can certainly continue it by doing One Piece Sales On. Look up at One Piece Sales On Twitter, or I think that's what it is, I forget, but hashtag One Piece Sales On. Every Saturday night they're playing, they're streaming 2 episodes, just because they enjoyed the community aspect of watching One Piece on Toonami, and I say more power to them. I unfortunately haven't been able to do it much, because I don't usually even get home in time for Toonami these days, but that's neither here nor there. I have conflicting thoughts on My Hero Academia showing up now. I think it's great. It's very good, because potentially this is the show that can replace DBZ Kai, as it were. Maybe it's an early replacement for DBZ Kai, maybe it's not. I hope so, because if they're gonna play this many long shonen and still play DBZ Kai, much less early in the block, I don't know if I can care anymore. It's just mind-boggling. But not that mind-boggling, because Dragon Ball always does well, even in reruns. It's fact of life. What you gonna do? People like Dragon Ball. Can't be helped. But nonetheless, hopefully My Hero Academia is the show that they felt they needed to finally let go of DBZ Kai and not rerun it. But we'll see. But I am happy that they got My Hero Academia because I dearly enjoy the show very, very much. I'm loving the 3rd season already. It's a fantastic show. It is, I would say, the best adapted shonen behind maybe Hunter x Hunter 2011, which is really freaking spot on in my opinion. But again, neither here nor there. It's a really, really good adaptation, and Studio Bones kills it when the action moments happen. They're beautiful. It's just, if Toonami is going to be the home of the best action anime around, it needed My Hero Academia to make that claim, because My Hero Academia is that good. But there's a lot of other things. It's been kind of a rough year. It's weird to say that because, I mean, there's nothing particularly wrong with the shows. The shows are fine. I just really wanted something different, you know. They've even been talking about doing different types of shows that aren't even action shows, and at this point, I'm willing to take it, because if they're not going to dip any deeper into the action cartoon well, or the action anime well, that other than the usual suspects, then sure, I'll take something that's a totally different genre. Something to keep things interesting is all I ask for. So we lose Lupin. We're supposed to get another show for that, but we didn't. We got Space Dandy back. I love Space Dandy, so pretty okay with that move. Certainly was okay at the time. And then Outlaw Star ends, and they double up Bebop for the heck of it. And they, I went over all of this stuff in my rather long editorial on ToonamiFaithful.com that I recently posted. And my thoughts are very much the same. I really wanted the one premiere that had any chance of ending anytime soon to make way for something different, something out of the usual, or even something that's slightly different than the usual. Okay, I'll flat out say it. I just wanted something that wasn't another fighting shonen, because I love fighting shonen. I do. So many of those shows are like in my top 20 anime, because I like shonen. But man, too much of a good thing. Way too much of a good thing. I know Ambient Virus warned me about this for however long, and I still say 3-4 of them, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all, especially if the block is as long as it is. But 7 of these things? That's a lot. That's a whole lot of the same kind of thing. So here's hoping that DBZ Kai goes away, or at least goes to the back with the rest of the reruns. I honestly would be okay with that. It keeps another show out of 2:30, which is fine by me, or 3 a.m. for that matter. But man, oh man, they gotta open up some spots if they're gonna have any kind of variety. And considering they were promising a greater amount of variety, I'm not quite sure how they're gonna deliver on that. But JoJo is ending, and there doesn't seem to be any word on Diamond is Unbreakable being dubbed anytime soon. But they could certainly be working on that in the background. Who knows? Who knows what Viz is doing? Viz. Still don't even know when they're possibly going to start dubbing Boruto outside of the movie. And when that happens, it's probably going to end up on Toonami, because they just can't help themselves. So they see a shonen, they take it. Unless it's Fairy Tail, apparently. Though they're finally seeming to show a little bit of interest in that one. And at this point, why not? You should play pretty much freaking everything else. Might as well. But please, no more. No more. It's a problem because I am happy that they have My Hero Academia. I'm happy that it is a show that could potentially do very well for the block and fill in for DBZ and be another strong anchor for the block that would allow other shows to prosper following it. Because they got to find something that holds Dragon Ball to a better extent, because pretty much everything they've tried in the past couple of years, except for One Punch Man, just doesn't hold Dragon Ball audience. I don't know what it is, and I do not blame Double Dragon Ball. That is just what people want to think, but Dragon Ball will hold Dragon Ball better than anything else. I think that's pretty much been proven. So, I don't know. But it would be great if DBZ Kai just went away, because they have Super, and they don't need more. And history will eventually show whether or not the Dragon Ball Hour was a colossal mistake, or if people just came up with their own reasonings and wanted to push that. I don't know. It sure doesn't improve my enjoyment of Toonami, but I'm just one guy. Nonetheless, it's going to be interesting to see if My Hero Academia can do what everybody seems to think it can, and I'm going to keep my expectations reasonable. But we'll see. I would like to see My Hero Academia do really well, because I just want to see something do really well. Anything. I want to see anything do really well other than Dragon Ball. I would really love to see that, because it makes me sad that other shows don't hold those kind of numbers, and they just can't seem to grab the general audience. So, here's hoping. Here's hoping. In the meantime, I don't know, I'll probably watch it. It's a bit slow at first, but I enjoyed the first season even, so. And actually, it feels like it's been long enough that I could enjoy watching it again, kind of like I'm rewatching Food Wars with the dub now that came out, so it feels like it's been long enough that I can enjoy that again. Probably. But I do expect the initial reaction will be, it's kind of slow. And, yeah, it is. But stick with it. It gets good. It gets really, really good. I don't even know anymore. I'm so over this. I'm so over it. Like, you know I want to be in Toonami's corner, because I've been in Toonami's corner for so long. And I don't think they're off their rockers. They're just giving the people what they asked for. And bless their hearts for doing it. Because, I mean, you can't really ask for more than that. And yet, I still feel like I need to ask for more than that, because I just need more variety. Toonami needs more variety. It's stale. It's so stale right now. It's just, I'm losing my mind. I will stand by the fact that I feel like they really did nothing wrong last year other than rerun Samurai Jack right at the top immediately. That was a bad idea, and they should know that was a bad idea. And they rectified that eventually. So, they learned, sort of, but they're probably going to do the same kind of thing with Fooly Cooly this year. They arguably already are, but I have no qualms with them throwing the original Fooly Cooly up in an early time slot so people can see it and experience it, and it's kind of a bummer it's getting displaced by My Hero Academia almost immediately, but yeah, what you gonna do? They have their priorities. Though we do have to question why their priority isn't to, say, put My Hero Academia right after Dragon Ball Super, because DBZ Kai is going to end in the middle of the run of Fooly Cooly Progressive if it starts the first Saturday in June like it's supposed to. So it would have made a lot of sense to just put My Hero Academia right after Super, but DBZ Kai after Fooly Cooly, and then you don't even have a problem when DBZ Kai ends because you just slot something else after. But if it's before Fooly Cooly, so it's directly before it, then you got a bit of a problem. But I suppose maybe they're just kind of warming up the audience or yada yada. It would not surprise me in the least if come June, well, actually come July, My Hero Academia gets shifted earlier. And I don't know how they're going to play this thing out, man. There's lots of ways that they could do it, but it just seems like they made their job a little bit more complicated by doing this right now. And honestly, unless they literally didn't get My Hero Academia until, like, now, like they didn't have it when, if they didn't have it a couple of weeks ago, which seems like they may have based on Jason tweeting about being so excited about shows coming up. But if they didn't have My Hero Academia until now, I guess it is what it is. But if they had it even a couple of weeks ago, why rerun Cowboy Bebop? Why not just shift things down a little bit more and put in My Hero Academia at the same time you're running Fooly Cooly, and then, technically speaking, Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans would end. Well, I guess it actually may. I would need an additional show. But I gotta believe they have an additional show. It just, I don't know. I'm rambling. It's kind of the whole point. I just wanted to ramble. Just want to try it. Just for fun. It's simple. I'm recording this in my car on my phone because I don't want to get all my stuff set up. If the sound quality's crap, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm not Black Clover's biggest fan. I think it's an okay show. I've enjoyed the episodes that I've seen from time to time on Toonami. I'm not really watching it actively, but even I feel bad that it's moving to 130. By all means, move up Hunter x Hunter. I mean, put it back where it was anyway. That's great. I love that, but it just seems like they gave it a chance. They definitely gave it a chance. They gave it a great time slot to begin with. But if it's being punished, the punishment seems a bit severe. I don't know. I'm not really up in arms about it, but haven't seen a demotion this bad. Well, the worst demotion thus far is still Tenchi Muyo GXP, but this is pretty close. It got kicked down pretty far. So get ready for the Asta and Naruto-esque Power Hour, because that's a thing. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I would like other genres. Just a little bit burnt that they're not playing ReZero, at least not yet, and I don't have high hopes for things like Made in Abyss, and like, come on, play Tiger and Bunny, play Blood Blockade Battlefront. Those shows are so perfect for Toonami. In fact, it'd be really nicely paired with My Hero Academia. There's so many good shows. Why do they need to fill every time slot with a long-running shonen? They don't. They don't have to. I mean, I don't know what they can't get, but if they can get My Hero Academia now, then I gotta believe that pretty much everything else that they've had trouble getting thus far, they probably could get at some point, as long as the contracts eventually allow it. Like, I'm still expecting Mob Psycho 100. Jason really likes that show. It's, I'm sure it's still in the running. I think they'll probably get Sailor Moon if Hulu ever releases the Death Grip. And who knows when that'll happen. I mean, I momentarily didn't think that Hulu would gonna let up on My Hero Academia, so I don't know. Oh gosh, I've been up this for 20 minutes. Well, I hope you enjoyed these ramblings, and we'll see what happens. I feel a little better. That was cathartic. I feel a little better. I'll probably have more dignified thoughts on the podcast whenever we record it. So until then, this is Sketch, live from my car in the driveway.